Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our first week when we introduce the class of 2024 into our school community. Thank you, everyone, for your hard work and dedication and going out and meeting and greeting our students as they came in this week for the very first time to know more about our curriculum, our programs, and also basically even just to navigate the building in a way that was less stressful and productive for our students. So thank you for all your support. And next week we look forward with the eager anticipation for the introduction of the rest of our community throughout the course of Tuesday through Friday. So I look forward to that, and thank you all for your enthusiasm, your positivity, and moving forward as we navigate these turbulent times in our school's history. I want to clarify a couple of points that are important to make sure that we are in a safety zone for yourself and all your students. We had a very unusual week in the sense of our weather and the wind that was brewing outside, but we need, every single classroom should have 2 fans. We need to exercise those fans in order to create a wind flow or airflow throughout our classroom. I recognize that it can be very loud, and we are in the process of getting the air purifiers, which should be a tremendous improvement. But in the meantime, we want to continue to use the fans to shuffle air from one part of the room outside. So if you need any support or if you need any suggestions, please see your department chair or come see one of us administrators to be able to help you with that process. And also, make sure we always emphasize to students and each other to keep a 6-foot distance. Not only does that keep us safe, it also allows us to be consistent with our students as they come in full force next week. If you have a capacity issue in your classroom, please share that capacity issue with your department chair, and we will work to get you another room that has a larger capacity. That might be inconvenient for some teachers, but we cannot jam students in that are closer than 6 feet, and in some classrooms that is difficult, especially if there is a lopsided number of students in one class versus another. I appreciate your patience as we continue to keep our 6-foot distance for all students. After school location. We do have after school supervision in the old gym for those students primarily that are here for sport reasons from Little Compton, but we also have supervision for Portsmouth students who cannot go home and come back and participate in sporting events. So that's in place right now, and that should be the only location that students should be in the next 2 weeks, as we do have a moratorium on students coming before or after school for the next 2 weeks in order to provide appropriate supervision, and also not to have students linger in the building before or after because of contact tracing purposes. We also have some openings. This is more of an outreach. If you have people that you might know that would make great teacher assistants throughout the district is looking to secure and add teacher assistants. So if you do have someone who's interested, please refer them to School Spring or Lisa Caldwell to be able to apply and then be interviewed for those set positions. As you know, many of the school districts are having a difficult time finding teacher assistants that are able to commit to a full-time workload at this time in any school. So if you do have candidates that are able to support our children, whether it be at the elementary, middle, or high school, please send them a word and refer them to the online employment system, schoolspring.com. The evaluation process is still unclear. The district evaluation committee will be meeting shortly to determine the tenets in the regulations regarding our evaluation process throughout the course of this year. We should hopefully in the next several weeks be able to have some indication not only from the DEC, but also from the State of Rhode Island Department of Education in terms of what direction we're going with evaluations this year. Open house is tentatively scheduled for October 20th. The terms and conditions of whether or not we are going to meet in person, be in person here at school. We certainly are not going to invite parents in for an open house. It'll be a virtual open house, but whether or not other conditions will change will be coming out shortly as we have more information from the superintendent relative to open houses. Early dismissal. If a teacher needs to leave early for whatever reason or needs to step out during their planning time to do blood work or to go to the post office or various other reasons, please ask an administrator to be able to go, as we might have things planned for that period, whether it be a fire drill, lockdown, etc., and check in with the office, check out rather with the office, and then check back in so we can have full accountability for all staff that might not be in the building. I want to appreciate your cooperation in that matter, and particularly during these times where we want to make sure that everyone is counted and is in a safe place. We now should have, every classroom should have a bottle of MaxClean, which is a 4-week agent that has a high pH that doesn't allow for germs to be able to promulgate. Those bottles should be in every classroom. If you have a spillage of some sort, or if you need to do any cleaning of any sort, MaxClean is something that we can spread onto the surfaces and clean with relative ease. If you have, as before, if you have a student that vomits in the classroom or has a bloody nose or something of that nature, please contact the custodians right away so we can do the universal cleaning protocol for those kinds of situations. Make sure you fill out your attestation form. I realize that it sometimes can be a little distracting in the morning, having to do one more thing, but it keeps us all in a reflective mode in terms of whether or not we're able to come to school. If we don't fill the attestation form, we really are not thinking about our own health and our ability to move forward with being in school in a safe way. I want to leave you with a quote I think is pretty, especially during these times when we're going to take risks and try different things with our technology, trying to integrate not only virtual learners but also with in-school learners, is that from an entrepreneur named Richard Branson, who's created and dissolved many businesses over the course of his lifetime. He says, don't be embarrassed by your failures, learn from them, and start again. So that's a good motto to live from. Try. We're going to make mistakes sometimes, learn from those mistakes, and then try again. That's how we're going to improve, and that's how we ask students, not only in their daily lives, but in their professional lives later beyond school, is that they just got to keep on plugging, keep marching on and learning from their mistakes and growing. This is something that's important to really encourage the best out of our students, but we need to role model that as well. So thank you for an excellent week. I look forward to seeing you interact with our upperclassmen next week as we move forward and endeavor to continue to help students learn and grow. Have a great week.